Hello, Gary Hernandez, and welcome to Cane Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez. Today I want to cover striking areas. Now, I'm not talking about using your horn or anything to hook. I'm talking basically strikes and where to strike on the human body. And most everybody knows where to strike, but I want to show you, just in case some people out there don't know where to strike, the best spots to strike and what part of your cane you're going to use for those strikes. Now, when it comes to striking with your cane, or hitting somebody with your cane, basically, you have a swinging motion with your tip toward one end. You have a swinging motion, whether it's vertical, horizontal, or diagonal with the crook end. You also have traditional bayonet strike with the tip and bayonet strike with the crook, and you have a basic rifle strike. So you have several ways to strike. Now, the best spots to hit somebody depend on the situation, whether they're kicking, running at you, grabbing at you, or just trying to get you in a bear hug, or just trying to attack you from a forward position. And if you're facing them, or if you're sideways, there are different ways to strike. Now, when it comes to the head, we all know that that's the most dangerous part to hit somebody with a solid object, because it's blunt force trauma, and there's a strong possibility of this individual getting killed. But with that said, if you are going to strike, it depends on how much power you're going to want to put to how much damage you're going to want to do. We all know it doesn't matter coming down on the top of the head with either the tip or the crook, even coming down with a rifle strike downward, you're going to cause injury. But striking areas on the topper area, besides coming down on the head, basically you have hitting somebody in the nose, hitting somebody right in the teeth, or hitting somebody in the throat. All those areas in the forward motion can be done with the tip end, with the crook end, and also with a two-hand rifle strike. Side of the head, hitting the ear to knock the equilibrium out, hitting the jawline, hitting the temple. All those areas, again, swinging with the tip end, swinging with the crook end, even coming in with a two-hand rifle strike, are going to cause injury. Now, I'm going to use this guy here because I have him facing with the back part of the head. Same thing, hitting the back of the head, or hitting the back end of the neck with either tip or crook or rifle striking is going to cause injury. So that kind of covers here. Going back to just here now, with a thrusting motion, with a bayonet strike, going to either the nose or the mouth or the throat with the crook will work fine. Using the tip, same thing, but now you're taking a chance to skim it because you have a smaller area, so you're going to have to be a little bit more pinpoint accurate. Back of the head, the same thing, coming in, back of the head, or base of the neck. With the crook, you got more striking area than you do the tip, so you're going to have a better odds with this end. Moving down to the shoulder, the collarbone, again, I can come down with either the tip or the crook, or I can still come down with a smashing rifle strike. I can also come down with a bayonet strike at an angle with tip or the crook can cause some injury. Moving down to the body. Basically, if you got a pretty good solid guy swinging into his chest or stomach from an angle, it's going to hurt him, but it may not drop him. So I recommend more of going to the solar plex, stomach, or chest, but I'd rather hit him in the solar plex with more of a bayonet strike, either with the crook or more concentrated with a pinpoint accuracy of using the tip. You can still cause injury to the stomach as well as the solar plex, but the solar plex is going to be a lot more. Rifle strike is going to more push them away than it is causing injury because it disperses that energy in here. If the arms are up, going into the ribs, same thing, swinging with the tip end, swinging with the crook end to the ribs is going to cause injury, as well as hitting them with a rifle strike to make them fold over, or coming in with a bayonet strike with either end. The back. Again, hitting somebody across the back, you're going to hurt them without a doubt, but if you're having to put them down a little more serious, That's when using the crook to either spinal area or the lower portion of the back, or using the tip is going to cause more injury. Understand you could hurt them pretty bad because you're working on their spine area, so you need to think about that. Okay, now moving down, you have the groin. You can swing up into the groin either with the crook or coming up with the tip end. Again, I'm not talking about hooking right now, anybody. I'm with the horn. I'm talking just swings right now. Now you can also come in with a bayonet strike into the pelvic or the groin area. The knees, same thing, or the legs, I can swing into the side of the knees, or I can move and catch the front of the knees with either swinging the tip end or swinging the crook end. I'm not going to bend unless they're kicking at me. Then I can either come down with a rifle strike into the knee or into the shin or even hit the ankle. Depends how close I am to those targets. The foot, the only things you're going to want to do with that is either stomp it down with the tip, or if your cane's this way, stomp down on it with a crook. It depends on what kind of shoes they're wearing for that kind of injury. So, moving to the hands. Their hands are to the lower side of their body, swinging into the elbow area. I mean, you're going to hurt them if you hit them anywhere here also, but a good striking area is to the elbow, swinging into the elbow area with the tip end or with the crook end, swinging into that. You can also bayonet strike if they're at an angle and come in with the crook into that elbow. They're reaching for you, you can come down on the fingers or the wrist area with the crook end of the cane or the tip end, smashing it down. If you step at an angle and you've got that arm this way, you can come down with on the elbow strike with the tip end, or come down with the crook end, and you can even step and come down, smashing it with a rifle strike. And if they're reaching for you, same thing, hit that hand and injure it. So basically, those are the areas that you can target, and those are the kind of swings you can do. So when you're working out and you're thinking about where to target, how to target, start working those. Because when it comes at you fast, you want to be prepared. You're going to have to go from the get-go. So you're going to want to move and strike. So start practicing those techniques. If someone's coming at you with a blocker or something, step back, hit it. Think about working your techniques. If you got a heavy bag, think about going from here, striking. Thinking about going from here, striking. Thinking about going from here, striking. Work the strikes. Those are your targeting areas. That's quite a bit. You have a lot of different areas to strike. So, you know, their hands are moving here, so you have a full body area to strike to whatever they're trying to do to you. And your cane, besides using this end, this end, this end, this end, and here, you got this entire cane to strike with. So those are striking areas on the body and ways to strike. Hopefully that helps. I kind of went through it on the fast side so I can get it out there for you. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Master Gary Hernandez, and I will see you guys very soon. Thank you.